here in California. Van Dyke separating and scoring. Haley Van Dyke. Well, it's not that there's anything wrong with just hanging out and eating chips. I mean, that's one of my favorite pastimes. I want to make sure that's clear between us. Whistle blows and the bucket goes for Haley Van Dyke and UW.
And Washington back in top by 5. Sarver and the takeaway. Haley Van Dyke. Can she beat Motuga? She can.
The Cougs getting the win on their home floor, a big one against Scott Ruick and the Beavers as Haley Van Dyke gets it off the window.
Earlier in the year, thought they got through that, and then coming into this weekend, Amanda, the flu, a stomach flu, and there's a takeaway. Van Dyke up and good.
Van Dyke bottled up, hits the cutting. Schwartz, who finishes with the left hand underneath.
She's almost unstoppable. She's got such good body control, and she uses her contact at the right time to get open.
Van Dyke looking for three, and she knocks it in. Mulkey taking her time, now kicks it to Van Dyke. 3-ball coming, and that one is true. And sometimes those emotions can take a toll on you. Here's Van Dyke left open for three, and she's perfect.
They're not going away from her. They're taking it right at her, because that would be the best thing if you're Cal, is to get Mulkey sitting on the bench in foul trouble.
Van Dyke taking it to the rack and scores.
But that's the strength of Washington's defense. Third best three-point defense in the league as Van Dyke connects.
Tahina looking to turn the corner, and instead it's a turnover to Van Dyke. And now she's off to the races, and points off turnovers. Now both teams with that long delay, and it's a takeaway by Haley Van Dyke. Working on Quay Miller, and she puts it in with the left. 18 of their last 22 here in Beasley. Huskies take this one away. Haley Van Dyke to the streaking Oliver, and the Huskies.
Back and forth we go in this really fun, well-executed third quarter. Van Dyke with the strength all the way to the rim.
Here's Oliver on the drive against Noel Mannon. All the way. Good move by Van Dyke.
5 on the shot clock. Haley Van Dyke trying to make something happen. She gets it down to the cutting Daniels for the first bucket of the game.
And that pick and roll.
Tina Langley coach team after her terrific run at Rice. Shot clock at 7. No issue for Van Dyke, and that's not necessarily. Steins looking for help with the shot clock at 3. Van Dyke for 3. And she hits just about every part of the rim, and it's down. She's got 6.
Shot clock into single digits. That doesn't sweat UW at all. Van Dyke to Daniels. That was gorgeous.
But now you got to adjust, right? They're knocking them down, so you got to adjust.
Another long bomb. Haley Van Dyke drills it from the corner. The Washington offense. It's our own offense. We know what they're trying to do. It's really funny. They both run that Shin Princeton set. Here's Haley Van Dyke. Triggers the 3-ball and knocks it in. And the Huskies, a 1-point game here in Seattle. The number 2 team in the nation. Lopolo puts it on the ground, and then Haley Van Dyke swats it away. Daniels out in front.
And Washington's one of the best rebounding teams in the conference, so I know the coaching staff is not liking that possession for sure.
Ball slips through Lauren Schwartz's hands, and now just 5 on the shot clock. Van Dyke will pull the 3 and cashes it in. At Matthew Knight Arena earlier this season. Daniels working on Che. 5 on the shot clock. Van Dyke. Turnaround jumper. Tough shot. Goes down. Backdoor Schwartz in rhythm. Dime from Van Dyke. Get her going.
And it's just a terrific defender and offensive player. Shot clock again. Sonntag. And again, ball pass back from way downtown. That's the way to make them sit down. She's obviously embraced it. Osborne with 8 points. Van Dyke, just beautiful 3-pointer. She's at double figures, 10 points.